Okay, let's jump right in. Today, we're completely shifting our mindset away from what not to buy and focusing exactly on what you absolutely should buy. The golden rule for this explainer is simple. Once you get money, upgrade these 10 things immediately. We're going to break down some incredible strategies from our source material that reveal how you can systematically improve your life and your wealth layer by layer. Think about it for a second. What's the very first thing you do when a big paycheck hits your account? For most people, the immediate instinct is to run out and buy designer clothes, maybe a flashy new phone, or book an expensive holiday. But today, we're exploring how wealthy people use money entirely differently. They don't just spend it, they strategically upgrade systems, tools, and assets that end up paying massive dividends over time. This graphic perfectly illustrates the exact difference we're talking about. Over on the left, you've got traditional consumer spending, basically buying depreciating liabilities that start losing value the literal second you buy them. But on the right, that's strategic upgrading. And over the course of this explainer, we're going to build what we'll call a wealth pyramid. We'll start from basic financial assets at the bottom and move all the way up to deep, life-enhancing personal upgrades. Starting at the base of our pyramid, upgrading your assets and investments. So if you've already built a solid financial foundation, like maybe a basic index fund strategy, and you actually have some capital you can afford to risk, it is time to graduate to individual or alternative assets. Take a look at the story this chart tells. Our source notes that buying a classic Ford Fiesta XR2 for £1,750 and selling it later for $2,700 was a nice little profit back in the day. But look at that final bar on the right. If that alternative asset had simply been held onto until today, it would have yielded a staggering 1,000% return. No way, right? And that brings us to the very first major upgrade on our list of 10, physical alternative assets. The absolute beauty of upgrading to assets like classic cars, luxury watches, fine wine, or even art is that these are real items you can live with and actually enjoy. Unlike just staring at numbers going up and down on a computer screen, they hold the physical potential to drastically increase in value while providing you with genuine everyday enjoyment. Moving on up the pyramid, we hit our second category, buying back your time. This is the upgrade that gives you your most valuable resource back. This is where we stop doing everything ourselves and start treating our hours as a strictly limited commodity. Consider this crazy stat. The average person spends about 234 hours a year just cleaning their house. Guys, that is 29 full working days. Imagine having 29 extra days a year to pour into a side hustle or a business. But obviously, outsourcing costs money. So we have to ask, how do we mathematically value our time so we know exactly when to pull the trigger? Well, the secret is calculating your effective hourly rate. And it's actually a super simple three-step equation. You just take your total yearly income and divide it by the total hours you work in a year. That's it. Let's look at a practical example. If you earn $80,000 a year and work roughly 2,000 hours a year, your effective rate is $40 per hour. So here is the golden rule, which gives us our second distinct upgrade on the list. The very moment you can pay someone less than your hourly rate to take a mundane job off your hands, whether that's cleaning, cooking, or mowing the lawn, you make that upgrade immediately. Next up, section 3, expanding your knowledge and skills. So, once you've bought your time back, how do you fill it? You fill it with the most asymmetric investment possible, expanding your mind. For the literal price of a cup of coffee, books offer an unbelievable return on investment. Our source highlights a really powerful anecdote about reading a biography called Virgin King, all about Richard Branson. Seeing a dyslexic British guy who left school with zero qualifications go on to build an absolute empire, it completely changed the reader's perspective on what is actually possible. Because of that, our third essential upgrade is your bookshelf. Depending on where you currently are in your journey, upgrading what you read is basically mandatory. The 4 books highlighted here will teach you everything from escaping traditional financial traps with fast lane wealth frameworks to building a business that runs completely on autopilot, to mastering the simple art of index investing, and fundamentally, how to open any door by mastering human relationships. Now, let's see how this translates into the digital age, because traditional education really wasn't built to make you wealthy. Since the people you learn from literally set the ceiling on your achievements, our fourth immediate upgrade is your teachers. You have to upgrade your mentors, whether that's in person or even just on YouTube, and use their wisdom to learn high-income digital skills. We're talking AI automations, copywriting, video editing. Think about it. If you use AI to help a business make an extra $20,000 a month, they are going to happily pay you thousands for that skill. All right, moving to section 4, Optimizing your money machine. Now that you've upgraded your skills and your teachers, let's optimize your money-making machine itself. Take a look at this timeline of a young videographer just starting out. He saved up, bought a basic starter camera, but eventually his skills completely outgrow his equipment. He realized that upgrading to a professional camera wasn't just some painful cost, it was actually a tax-deductible investment into his money-making machine. That makes income-generating tools the fifth immediate upgrade on our list. That single upgrade instantly increased the quality of his work and, as a result, his client revenue. But hey, it doesn't stop at hardware. To stop being a big fish in a small pond, you absolutely need administrative upgrades. Upgrade number 6. Get yourself a forward-thinking accountant who handles clients far ahead of your current position, someone who sees the potholes long before you hit them. And upgrade number 7. Utilize all-in-one software. Tools like Odoo can handle your invoicing, track your late payers, and generate instant profit and loss balance sheets, keeping your finger directly on the pulse of your finances. Getting near the top of the pyramid now. Section 5. Investing in health and relationships to protect the machine. As our pyramid reaches these deeply personal levels, we have to talk about protecting the machine itself. And by that, I mean you. Now, this might sound a bit controversial to some, but our eighth upgrade is finding a truly supportive spouse. It is a massive wealth hack. And it's not just about emotional support, it's pure math. The data proves that on average, married people end up with roughly 77% more wealth per person than those who stay single. The right partner helps you build. The wrong one will completely drain you. Equally critical is upgrading exactly how you treat your body. You absolutely must prioritize your sleep. Studies actually show that a lack of sleep reduces your decision-making ability to the exact same extent as being legally drunk. Our source shared a pretty harrowing story of pushing through total exhaustion, which resulted in falling down the stairs, cracking 3 ribs, and puncturing a lung. Please do not let it get to that point. This brings us to upgrades number 9 and 10. Invest in a high-quality ergonomic office chair and get a wearable device to rigorously track your sleep and recovery. And finally, the top of our pyramid, buying experiences, not just things. We've reached the pinnacle of our explainer. Seriously, what is the point of having all this money and optimizing all of these systems if you don't actually enjoy it? I absolutely love how this table breaks down the psychology of spending across 3 emotional phases. When you buy a physical thing, the anticipation is okay, the moment you get it is great, but that aftertaste is terribly low. It just sits there, slowly getting outdated. But with experiences, the anticipation is thrilling, the moment itself is incredible, and the aftertaste is extraordinarily high, because those memories literally last a lifetime. Upgrading from buying physical stuff to buying unbelievable experiences gives you a significantly fuller life. Our source reflects on money well spent, not on designer shoes, but on flying airplanes, standing trackside at the Monaco Grand Prix, flying RC helicopters for the movie Black Hawk Down, and even eating spaghetti bolognese at Richard Branson's house. These are the exact kinds of investments that yield a truly unforgettable return. I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought to ponder. When you look back at your life, what do you want to see? Remember our core rule today. Once you get money, upgrade these 10 things immediately and be highly strategic about where your cash goes next. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. Keep learning, keep upgrading your life, and I'll catch you next time.